How do you feel about this spot?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, definitely the water has changed color since we've been here.
Yeah, it's bluer.
It was brown before.
Yeah.
Because of all the runoff, I think, from the storms, but it's much prettier, and the creepy lady's not here.
Yeah, so we stopped here to see if we liked it, and we got a bad vibe from the original lady. It was a nice gentleman today.
Yeah. So I know it's going to work out for 3 nights at least, maybe
Yeah.
one more?
3 nights, 200 pesos a night?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
like $10 a night?
yeah. Everyone seems to be parked on the other side, but there wasn't enough room, so we're on this side, which I can't tell.
I think it's fine. We weren't so sold on this beach when we first checked it out, but now it's hard to deny how gorgeous this is. And being able to camp so close to the water, not have to worry about high tides or waves or anything, pretty dope. So the breakfast spot we love, Dory Luce in Laredo. We went there this morning for our last breakfast, and the daily special was pozole, and it was phenomenal. So we ended up asking for a to-go thing. She didn't have containers. Luckily the trailer was parked close, and this is like 2, maybe 3 servings.
So sweet.
So we're just warming this up for dinner because it was so good. I'll have it for breakfast and dinner, and it'll be delicious.
And it's nice to have something kind of prepped, like especially on a travel day.
Oh, it's
Even though it wasn't that long of a travel day.
long enough. Pozole, this is pork, hominy, there's some corn, and then however they make that broth. I'm not familiar. But what was cool is she told us the history of pozole and how it came about. It's from the Aztecs, and apparently when they would sacrifice somebody, they would make pozole with corn and spices and all that, but with part of the leg of the person who was sacrificed. So she said, thank God we don't do that anymore, and we just use pork. But that's how it originated, was from the sacrifice of the Aztecs. They made human soup. Pretty weird. It's hard to say no when the tamale guy comes around first thing in the morning with chicken tamales, and they're good.
They are.
And we got empanadas too for lunch.
We didn't even need to go grocery shopping before coming.
Wow.
Chucky says, I like tamales.
Trying to see if we could find some clams on this little sandbank here, and there's apparently chocolate clams, which is like a brown shade of color clam. It's supposed to be really good, or there's like the regular little white ones that are pretty common.
Manola? I have to go back and look. I read so many things.
But anyways, we're gonna try our hand at clamming today, so it should be interesting. Okay, so we found, this is obviously an empty one, but this is what the chocolate clams look like based on their color and their smooth shell. So hopefully we could find some of these, and if not, we will hopefully find some clams to eat.
And they're supposed to be super yummy, and people rave about them up and down the Sea of Cortez. So what I heard is if you just squish around with your toes, you should find some.
They're all over.
Oh my God, they're all, but these aren't the chocolate ones. They're just a bunch. Oh wow, so like one handful is gonna pull up a bunch of these.
You put them in the side?
A bunch of these Manola ones, I believe. But I don't know if we can eat these.
I found a chocolate clam.
Woo!
That's exciting.
Well,
So
you
we
didn't
need to
hold it
find,
still
like,
long enough
We need to find like 6 more
to have a meal.
to taste them. Also found these little guys. Little puffed up sand dollars.
So I figured out what the guy meant by pencil, 2 pencils. You'll find these around, I've discovered any living thing because I found these under the pencils. Jimmy is on, I don't know what you call it.
Just found 4. So I think we're almost done looking, but it's just kind of addicting.
Yeah.
So search my way back to it. Wonder how many we have now. Not bad.
Haul?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, that was a success.
Yeah.
We had much better luck than I actually thought we were going to.
Yeah, we got like 14 of them, so we'll have a literal clam bake.
So Jimmy said the plan is to go back and put them in a bucket of salt so they can purge.
Salt water.
Salt water.
Yeah, so they purge out the sand. They'll spit out all the sand that they have like in their system, so you don't get a crunchy clam.
You're gonna cook them in garlic and butter?
Yep. It was just real simple.
almost all the cooking preparations said to barbecue them, and we found one that said saute them in butter, so that's the one we're gonna use.
We don't have a barbecue. Garlic to bite.
Verdict?
They're good.
Yeah, I really liked them.
Yeah, I think it was actually my first time cooking clams. I've
Yeah.
seen them cooked a million times and eaten clams a bunch, but
We've only clammed one other time, and it was on Nantucket. And so this is, I guess we ate them fresh then too, but I was gonna say this was the only
we had
time.
them baked and had them steamed. I think,
Yeah.
when we cook it. And I normally used to seeing them steamed, so cutting them open and chopping them and then sautéing them was definitely different, but it worked.
The
Especially with
garlic
all
was delicious.
Yeah, garlic and butter will make anything taste tasty.
Yeah, that was,
I put a little red pepper chili flake and then topped with a little Parmesan cheese to make them extra special.
yeah.
They were good. This is what they call an old man cactus, because just on the top section, they're soft, kind of.
I know, they're like bristly. But
You pet them down,
yeah.
but only on the top do they get that fuzziness. So it looks like an old man's beard.
Oh, is it? So despite what I may have said in any earlier videos, these are not saguaros. They are cardones. And cardones only grow in Baja. They're endemic. And they're actually the largest cactus in the world. They outdo a saguaro. And you can kind of tell, as we started going further south, I was like, what type of saguaros are these? They have a different growth pattern. Until someone looked at me funny and I was like, oh, maybe they're not. Then I looked it up, and it's really, they're quite impressive. And this region, particularly in Baja de Concepción?
Bahía?
What?
Bahía de Concepción?
Bahía de Concepción, excuse me. So in Bahía de Concepción, these are like the most healthy, like thick forest of cardones. I believe they call it cordonels when they're like a little forest. And I think that's because of all the volcanic rock and the rich soil they have around here. And then when we head out of Mulegé, we're supposed to be in like the land of the elephant trees, which are also endemic. There's a lot of endemic species, which is super cool.
Endemic meaning that they only grow here.
Yeah, because it's such a harsh desert environment and it's a peninsula, so it's pretty darn special.